Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rewind, the retro video game show coming to you live every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, right here on the AWS for Games channels on YouTube and Twitch. My name is Chris Melasinos, and I'm the principal evangelist for video games here at AWS, and always here every Friday on Rewind. And on today's episode, we're going to go ahead and dig into a little bit of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. And I was going back and playing through, some of my older catalog of content, and it was kind of revisiting, some of the collections that had come out, and one specifically here, the Cowabunga collection, which of course was created by our good friends over there at Digital Eclipse. So yeah, shout out to the folks over there at Digital Eclipse, right? Yay! Anyway, they created this amazing collection, as they always do, where they go ahead and bring together not only the games that you want to play, but a lot of the history around it, the art around it, and all that kind of stuff. So we're going to spend some time exploring some of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles games. I'm going to play through them terribly, and we're just going to have fun checking them out. So it is time to go kick some shell. So let's head on over. Let's head on over to the 8-bit living room and check out the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection. Let's go. All right, and here we are, settled into the 8-bit living room here, and we're going to go ahead and fire this up. So let me get my controller turned on. Let's go ahead and hit that play button, and let's play through some of the Cowabunga collection. All right, and there we are with the Nickelodeon screen there. Let's get the audio levels right here. I think this is going to probably be pretty good. Oh, yeah. Now that's a cut that takes you back. Now, here's the interesting thing, though. Whenever we're doing, companies are making remakes of their games and stuff like that, sometimes you're not able to get the licensing that you need for certain pieces of material. So, for example, that opening Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles theme song, Teenage Mutant Ninja Heroes in the Half-Shelled Turtle Power, that was actually re-recorded because they didn't have the rights to the original recording. So for those of you that grew up playing those games that used that musical opening, it sounds a little different. So it's one of those things, it's not a big deal, but it's one of those things that just kind of sits in the back of your brain a little bit, and you're kind of like, well, shoot, I wish it doesn't sound exactly like it used to, or exactly as I remembered it, but it's close enough that you can get past it. I still haven't entirely, but that's just me, right? So, that's where we are there. But yeah, let's go ahead and dig into it. So again, one of the things that the team over at Digital Eclipse is amazing at doing, and again, special shout out to them, and especially to Tom Russo over there, for giving me the code, the Steam code. I have it on my Switch, but I didn't have it in Steam, and I didn't want to lug my Switch here into the studio and the dock and everything. So they went ahead and provided me a code so I could go ahead and play it today. So thanks again, Tom. Really appreciate you there, buddy. I really appreciate you. All right, let's go ahead and fire this up. All right. So we have the collection of games that we're going to go ahead and play through or check out. One of the other cool things is that they went ahead and created online gameplay around these. So you can take these older games that were really designed for couch co-op or single player and now play them online, which is really cool if there are other people around playing. What I should do is, as we're starting to do some of these multiplayer games, is set it up so that way if you happen to be playing, we can go ahead and play together, right? And do some of that. So we have the online stuff, we have the Turtles Lair, and we have the options. Let's go ahead and check out the options here. Not too much to see, right? You've got your credits here. Norm, Badillo, Andrew, of course. Old friends, Mike, Jody, Chris Kohler, Tom Russo, Drew Scanlon, right? All those, so good to see all those names there. So we've got our credits there. You have language selection, of course, resolution, whether or not it's windowed or not, VSync on, vibration. Turtles Lair. Let's go ahead and check this out. So this is where you're going to find ephemera around the Turtles universe, right? So we've got, well, let's see. Let's search. Oh, we can go and search through all of this different information here. Advertisements, game boxes, catalog media kits, comic book covers, digital documents, game manuals, original artwork, and TV episode. Let's go ahead and look at TV episode. There's the strategy guide. There's music, some behind the scenes, animated shows, comic books, ads and catalogs, boxes and manuals. So it's more than just the games. It's all of the material around the games that you get in these compilations. Again, something that Digital Eclipse is known for, and they do exceedingly well. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of them. Let's look at the TV stuff since I went ahead and put that on there. Oh, here we go. So it's, I think it's just some screenshots, right? Yeah, it'll be screenshots from the different shows and the different eras. So season 1. Oh, there's Krang and Bebop and Rocksteady, of course. And then we've got the Technodrome up there. Oh, yeah. Super throwback there. And again, really cool, right? It's more than just the games. You get to actually experience or relive some memories, right? Of the show and the materials there. That's really awesome. So you have all the different seasons. You can go ahead and look through. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, there was Shredder there. Yeah, really, really cool to go back and explore that. So yes, you can go look through the screenshots of from the TV show. Let's look at some behind the scenes. There's original artwork as well. Oh yeah, and there's the let's see, do they have any captions there? Yeah, they do have captions here. Black and white version of Kevin Eastman's limited edition cover art. TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman created this original art poster included with the TMNT, the Cowabunga Collection limited edition. So if you were lucky enough to get the limited edition, you got this poster by the co-creator of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Pretty cool. Full-size artwork. Yeah, so you've got all this different artwork that you can go through and explore at your leisure. Style guide excerpts. Oh, I do love these, right? Because what these do is they demonstrate, what's supposed to be colored what, the size of relation to other things in the drawing. Like, these are all of the pieces that the style guides define how the characters look, how they're to be proportioned, how external studios would color these things, and it makes sure that it maintains consistency, even if they're using different studios for different things, right? Which is pretty cool. And let's see, do we have their tags there? Yeah, okay. So there's all the different style guides there. There's April O'Neil, and Bebop, Ground Chuck. Yeah, Rocksteady, of course. There's the logo. Yeah, really cool. All right, then we have, let's see, the concept document for the NES version of the game. And that's, I'm assuming, are some of the maps there. Yeah, so you've got the maps here, and they give you, all the information about that. Yeah, let's see. Game document, player controls, all this stuff. So you can see just a ton of information that you can go through. Enemy designs, and they'll talk about, their different features and capabilities. Pretty cool. Design documents as well. 1989. Oof. Back in the day. And how it's supposed to look on screen and all that other stuff, right? So again, you get to really dig into the background there. And of course, they have these materials for every one of the games here. Fall of the Foot Clan, the arcade game, Back from the Sewers. So yeah, so in this collection, go pick it up. It's amazing. You can really spend hours and hours digging in to all of the material they have there. Music, let's hear that title and hear how different it is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Right here. Yeah, it was that little piece, Heroes in a Half Shell. That's the piece that you were like, it doesn't sound exactly right, but that's it. That's what it is, right? Yeah, Turtles in Time, Fall of the Foot Clan, and I love that it's cassettes that they're showing you on screen. Definitely a throwback to the era in which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles really came into the world and everybody fell in love with the franchise. And yeah. All right. So you have all the different music that you can go through. Pretty amazing. That's all in here. Strategy guides. And what I do love about this, the way they set up these strategy guides, it's really, really cool. So what we can do is interact with these pages. So if we're going down here to Rocking Rocksteady, it gives you that turtle tip. And then if you press a button, it'll show you the technique or the trick that you need to use to get through, past a particular stage or character. And again, it's something that that Digital Eclipse does really, really well. They make sure that there's a bunch of interactive elements and there's a way to really deep dive into the materials. It's not about just playing the games. Like, you can go download these games. You can go buy these games. There are compilations that span, the history of the systems in which they existed or ran. But, Digital Eclipse just goes that step further to make sure they're all interactive and really allows you to dig into the meat of it. Really, really cool. So here we are. Yeah, of course, I'm not going to remember any of these tips or tricks, so that's why I'm going to fail going through them, but that's okay. And that's what we're going to go ahead and play through. So yeah, Mouse Master, leave the clone alone. Leo's leadership lessons. There we go. So you have all these different tips and strategy guides for, here you go, Turtles in Time, Tournament Fighters. Let's get past that one there. Yeah, maps of the playfield. Hyperstone Heist right there. There's a map of all the playfield. There's the scene there. And if we interact there, look at that. It's letting us go through it. And I wonder if it lets us... Okay, yeah, it's looping back down to the bottom there, so it's showing you where all the characters are. Really cool. And the boxes and manuals. So you can go ahead and take a look at the game boxes. You can zoom in, check them out. And I do love these actual scans, so you can see the crease lines and the cardboard and little tears and stuff like that on the boxes, which is probably all from Mike Micah and Chris Kohler's collection anyway. Maybe they'll, let me know if that's true or not. I imagine it is, right? I mean, the team over there, one of the things that makes Digital Eclipse stuff so good is because they have games historians on staff. They have people that have built a lot of the emulators and have done a lot of these ports over the years. And they're huge game collectors too, and preservationists. And so, that's where all these materials come from. Like, check that out. Really cool. Now, you'll notice, in Japan and the US, they were called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But in Europe, and I don't know if they're going to have it here, they were called Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles, not Ninja Turtles. The term ninja is not really kind of broadly acceptable term, so they were referred to as Hero Turtles in the UK. Right, so you got all the boxes there, and then you got your game manuals. I love this. The fact that we can now go back through the game manuals, super, super important. Because it's part of the experience, especially during the era these games were created. All right, so there we go. That's just some of the materials that are on display here in this incredible compilation. Definitely go and pick this one up. I think it's like $40 and you get like 8 games or something like that in here. Just really, really awesome. All right. So there's some of the printed materials. Then, of course, you have the different ads and catalogs, magazine ads. I love it. I love it because you get to go ahead and see, the magazines like this, back in the day. Of course, this is well before Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but this one is, which one? September of 1982 Electronic Games, right? But you do get to go back and see those magazine ads, which are really, really neat. And then, of course, you have all these different catalogs and media kit. And this is a little taste of kind of what goes on behind the scenes and the business-to-business kind of discussions that happen between game companies and game developers. And so, here's some editor's notes for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Let's see if we show the captions here. Konami announced its first TMNT games to the world with this press release, noting that Turtles would soon be expanding from the world of comics, toys, and TV to video games. And so, yeah, you've got all these different magazine ads and media pieces and things like that, including the LCD game. Oh, I don't know if that's part of this collection, but we're going to go and check it out. So there we are. And then we're back to, and then here are the comic books, right? Of course, where Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles originated from. And so you can go all the way back to 1984 and see the cover of the magazine there, May 1984, when they made their first appearance. So really, really cool. The adventures, and then again, throughout, time, right? All the different magazines that came out there. And then we're back to animated shows. So that's a bit of the Turtle Lair. Let's go ahead and jump in and play some of these games. All right, so we've got the arcade game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. We have the arcade game, the follow-on, Turtles in Time. This is probably one of the best side-scroller arcade games ever made. You have this. You have X-Men. You have The Simpsons. You have Final Fight. From the arcade perspective, like these were the best ones, right? You have Cadillacs and Dinosaurs as well. But this game, 4-player, phenomenal, right? And this is a 4-player game. Let's also check this out. It says there are enhancements here. Here we go, enhancements. Starting level, God mode, button dash. What is the button? So let's players to dash, use single button press. Remove penalty bombs, nightmare mode, the turbo mode. Yeah, let's crank that up a little bit. Yeah, we'll keep the difficulty on medium, but let's give ourselves 5 lives. How about that? Okay, and we're going to go ahead and jump back. Let's jump right into this one. It was one of my favorites. Let's go ahead and jump in. Who are we going to be? Winners don't use drugs. William S. Sessions, director of the FBI. Yes, back in this era. Here we go. Pizza Power. Oh, Pizza Power. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, back then, Pizza Hut was a big partner with the Turtles, and they would do these promotions. You'd get like a free personal pan pizza along with credits or something, or buying the game or watching a movie. Like all this crazy stuff, right? All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and play with a little bit of Leonardo. And we got a couple of credits in there. Yeah, we'll drop that. And let's go ahead and press J.
This is April O'Neil reporting.
Oh, listen to that audio, too.
Hey, Krang, bring that statue back, you bloated beanbag.
You bloated beanbag. All right, here we go. All right, let me get my bearings here. All right, and then, yeah, I like using a control pad, not an analog stick, because this game was designed for that, right? There's my jump. All right. Yeah, and this game was a beast with 4 players. I do believe that it would change the difficulty. Oh, yeah. Hold on a minute. That was another really cool thing that we didn't really see in games back in this era, is it would kind of break the 4th wall a little bit by you being able to throw enemies at the player. So let me see if I can do that again. Yeah, forget how to do that. I just kind of did it by accident there. Okay, yeah, let's get out of the way of this wrecking ball that is coming into wreck us here. But yeah, you'll notice there, right there. And then sometimes they hit the screen and kind of splat there. There's some pizza. Yeah, a little pizza time. Yep, that's there. You're spinning dash. Oh, yeah, and you have to move the stick to be able to get out of the clutches of an enemy. And that was something that was also a mechanic in, there you go, in the Simpsons games as well. Certain breakable items there. Boom, blew them up. Here we go. Come on, get out of the way there. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, I had a block there with my foot at first. Yeah. Throwing those Foot Clan members towards the screen. Really cool.
Prepare
There.
to die.
Ah! Yeah, in this game, I mean, again, think about the era in which this game was made. You've got all this audio, the audio clips and stuff like that. Okay, you want to get out of the way. Don't get hit by the beams. All right, here we go. Now, the thing with the Turtles, right, is at the time that they really rose to popularity, in the 80s and 90s, it was, I was right there as a young teenager in the 80s when the Turtles first made their appearance in comic books. But from a kind of a toy or a cartoon perspective, I was just a little bit past the age when, when you would start watching this stuff. But I have a younger brother who was right there in the middle of that. It was great because, I'd take him down to Toys R Us and stuff, and we'd get some Turtles toys and play with like the Turtle Van and the pizza shooter and all that other stuff. And, getting to spend time as an older brother too, with my younger brother watching the Turtles together. It was always a lot of fun. So I have a lot of fond memories of the Turtles, even if even if it really wasn't my kind of generation or, era of content. Of course, though, loved the movies, right? And when the movies first came out, they were amazing. Just couldn't believe, especially the first one was just really amazing. Raphael, being so abrasive and moody and stuff, was like, he actually bugged me a little bit, but yeah, it was great. Hey, there we went ahead and did it. Yeah. That's exactly right.
Alley Cat Blues.
Alley Cat Blues. Let's make sure that audio level is good there. And then you have other elements like here. Okay, let's go ahead and hit, let's see if we can hit the fire hydrant there. Oh, throwing him out. Yeah, see, so cool him off. Okay, we know an open door is not a good sign when you have it in the background there. That just means that somebody's going to be coming out. Of course, closed doors did the same thing too. But this was, one of the best side-scrolling arcade games. And of course, it made its way onto consoles too. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and actually pause it right here. We'll go save that game so I can pick back up on it later. And then, we're going to quit it and let's head over to another one. All right. So now, this one is the SNES. That's Tournament Fighters. Let's kind of go in order a little bit. Let's go ahead and touch on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles NES game. Okay, so this is where a lot of kids experienced the Turtles at home. That is just pure NES musical magic. Listen to that. It is pushing that NES to its audio limits. Now, this game is also notorious for how difficult it is and how sometimes impenetrable it seems to be. But we're going to go ahead and check that out. And actually, what we're going to do is I'm going to hit this here. Let's go ahead and add a filter. Let's put the TV filter on so it'll give us a little scan line there. Listen to that music, though. Now, one of the other things that the team does at Digital Eclipse, a lot of these games really lets you fine-tune the experience to really recreate that, what it was like when you first experienced on the original machine. So you can see I've got some scan lines going here, but you'll also notice that at the bottom, you can see some characters are flickering. Oh, shoot. No, come on, get out of the way. No, stop. Because of hardware limitations. So what you can do is you can go in here and say, all right, let's filter. Oh, no, actually, in this one, it's not lazy. Some of them let you remove the flicker. Okay, now, this is why this stuff can be difficult. So, look, you're not using your sword to shoot side, to throw it sideways. It's just pointing down. So look how close you are to where an enemy may hit you. And spawn points for these enemies, terrible. So watch what's going to happen here. Like, I'm going to get up here. The screen scrolled just a hair. Okay, let's see. That's jump. Let's see if I can make it across. Nope, can't get across. So now, if I spawn here, let's see. Nope. Ah, dang. Okay, let me try it again. All right, let's see. Nope, I can't get across that gap. And there's no like double jump to get across it either. So we're gonna have to back out and try to get into the sword different spot. And look at how everything just respawns. So there's no like reprieve from the enemies when you're playing this game. All right, so now what I want to do is get, oh no, come on. Yeah, collision is pretty terrible too. All right, so now I want to get away from everybody here. And let's head into the sewers over here. All right, so now I'm on the other side of this here. All right, and I need that pizza. Can I get over that? Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah, also look at those foot soldiers. They're terrible looking. Okay, I can't get across there. These guys are going to spawn like mad here, I'm sure. Ah, okay. Okay, look at that. What kind of... How come they can make those jumps, but you can't? You telling me the foot is better than... Oh. Come on. Oh, no. Terrible. All right, he got caught. Then who's next? Then you go on to the next turtle, and it's a side scroller. It's a bit of an adventure game. You swim underwater and do all that other stuff. But we're not going to waste a whole lot of time on that one because it was good, it was good-ish for its time, but there are better games to play. All right, let's go ahead and check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 on the NES. So again, this is the Everywhere, and I'm going to put that filter back on because I do like a little TV filter on there. So you're going in and playing this game. They tried to bring the arcade experience home, and it's not too bad, right? For a little 8-bit game. Let's do one turtle since I'm playing all by myself. Okay, and Don, yes, for sure. Yes! Fire! We gotta get April out. Okay, let's go. Just want to make sure those audio levels are pretty good. All right, let's go. Yeah, and it looks and plays, like the arcade does. Look, you even have the grapples there, although they don't obviously do any of the sprite scaling. That's something the NES could do. So you're not going to be able to throw them at the screen, that kind of thing. But it is, when you were at home playing this, you were like, oh my gosh, we're playing the arcade version of this game. How is that possible? At home on my NES. Oh my goodness. Look at that little door breaking. We got some fire in the background. I mean, this is a pretty complex game for the NES. And it's, it holds true to, to the arcade style games. Now, I believe this is really the Hyperstone Heist. I believe that's the game that's based off. So there should be some giant, I don't know, musket balls that are popping down the screen there, and you want to jump over those. But now it creates this artificial boundary right halfway in the screen, so you got half the screen to fight on, really. But, like I was saying before, the limitation of the hardware, you can only do a certain amount of sprites per scan line on the screen for the NES. And so what it would do is, if there were more sprites than could be handled or drawn on screen, it would alternate between sprites that it's drawing, and so that would create flicker because there'd be times when one sprite's being drawn, another one's not, but it still needs to maintain its position. So on the next pass, it would not draw the one that it just drawn, and will draw the one that it missed. And so you get this little flickering that goes back and forth. But it was a fair trade-off. I mean, you could still see everything, so it's not like you had to... It's not like you were, all of a sudden, enemies turned invisible or something like that, Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We don't. Let me see. What is the special attack? Yeah, the special attack is just kind of that jump thrust kind of kick there. You don't have that spinning one that we had in the arcade one here. But yeah, this is Turtles, side scroller, the arcade on the NES. Really good, capable port. And like he just sits there and he's looking at like, what are you doing, man? Come on, we got to go. All right, so that is the Turtles game on the NES. Let's go ahead and check out. Oh, no, so it was the arcade game. My apologies. This one is the Manhattan Project. Yeah, I'm not sure which one that was based off of, though. Let's go ahead and just jump into this real quickly and see if there are any differences. Now, you'll notice, as you go play through these games, especially games in a series like this, as developers became more comfortable with the hardware and understood how to get the most out of it, the games kept getting better and better, closer to their arcade counterparts. This one still remains, in the same vein as the last one, right? Not too many improvements there, but other, little animation. Got a little voice there too. Yep, still with Leo. It's always Leo or Don for me. Oh, we got a little story here. They're on a beach in Florida. They always have to get around there when April is giving her report. Oh my. Bummer, dudes. It's Shredder. Yeah, of course. All right, let's get past the cutscene. Let's just jump into some gameplay and check it out before we have to move on. Let's go. Turtles, the start of a long, hard battle is beginning. Okay, here we go. Now, one of the tricks that developers could use to get more performance out of a system is you'll notice at the bottom of the screen, you have a pretty large area for just stats and then the Turtles logo there. So because you didn't have to update that, you could kind of pretty much, apart from, the score or your, your health bar and stuff like that, because that's static, the system doesn't really have to spend a lot of time or compute resources redrawing those things. So your play field is a bit smaller, but you get more performance out of it. So it could be an increase in frame rate. It could be an increase in objects on the screen or colors, that kind of thing. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. So by giving you that nice big block of information at the bottom there, they're able to go ahead and use the resources that would normally be used to paint that part of the screen to add more stuff to the game itself, right? And it doesn't take away anything from the gameplay, right? It's not like you're going, oh, if only this included the last 1/5 of the screen. Yeah, look at that. Hitting all of those stars. Oh, well, or most of them, I should say. Yeah, look at that jump, cheap ass jumps there. Oh! Yeah, so again, more of the same on the NES. All right, let's go ahead and jump out to the next one. Tournament Fighters. This one I never really played, actually, so let's go and take a quick peek at it. And this is Konami's logo. Are they going to have the full logo come up there? No, they don't. Now, I never played the fighting game. I'm not even sure if there was a Tournament Fighter in the arcade. I'm not sure. I don't believe so. So let's go ahead and see. Let's just follow the story here. 1993. So this one really at the end of the system's, kind of lifespan there, right? Oof. Yeah, this one is going to be a little difficult. I don't know if it's using something like if it's using a traditional like fighting move set that we would expect from other arcade games, or if this is one that was just created wholly for their characters or blah blah blah. But Okay, I mean, it's fine. Okay, what is this thing here? Okay, let me see. What is that going to do if I grab that? Nothing. But I won! Okay, yeah, but I don't know how I won, so we're not going to continue playing this one. Tournament Fighters, okay, it's there, right? So you can go play that if you want. All right, let's go ahead and dig a little further in to the... game. All right, here we go. All right, good. Now we got my air horn working properly. All right. Fall of the Foot Clan. So here we go. First game, I believe, on the Game Boy. And what's cool, again, you know, with all the different options they give you when you're playing these games, we can go in here and say, all right, do I want the original screen size? Do I want it full-sized? What filters do I want on? TV filter, monitor, LCD. We'll put the LCD one on. But then you got your color palettes, right? So you could change it. Are we going to use the Game Boy? Or are we going to use Game Boy Pocket, a Game Boy Light? So let's try Game Boy Pocket, see what that looks like. Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. But this is what it was like when we were playing, right? This is what it looked like. Although, ooh, that is really bad. So let's go ahead and see if what Game Boy Light. Oh, there, the light is on. All right. Let's not. Let's not do that. That filter looks terrible. We're just gonna leave it like this, and let's put it on the original Game Boy. Right. So we're gonna turn. Oh no, that's black and white. Let's put it on the original Game Boy palette. There we go. All the greens we need. Here we go. Follow the Foot Clan. Of course, Leo. All right, let's see. Oof, that is a slow boy. But it's got all the music there. It has destructibles in the environment. You can see clear. This one is pure, straight, side scrolling. There's like no, movement in or out of the background like you have in the console or the arcade versions, right? But that's okay. That's all right. All right, now we got to get up here. Ooh, I don't even know how I did that. Oh, okay. If you press down and fire, you have throwing stars. Okay, come on. Yep. Oh, no. Let me see. Let me try. Do I have any more throwing stars? Yeah. Okay, what are you holding your hands up for, buddy? He just stood there and got hit like a punk. All right, here we go. Boom, there's two. Oh, can I get that pizza? Come on. Yeah, there we go. At least just get to the end of one of these stages, then move on to the next games, because the ones that I think people are going to be most familiar with are the versions that were on the Genesis and the Super Nintendo, because that's really like when the, when it hit its peak turtleness. All right, there we are. That was the end of the first part of the board there. I don't think, okay, let me see. Okay. Oh, look at that jump. Goodness. Let's see. Oh no. Okay, you want to stay out of that water there. Oh, look at that. You have a little parallax scrolling too. That's pretty interesting. So if you look at the water down here, you can see that it's in, shoot, I keep doing that. You can see that it's moving at different speeds, different planes to make it give it some depth, make it look more 3D. Oh, look at that, going behind objects too. That was something that wasn't very common on such a limited platform. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's right. It got past the water there. Very, very floaty. But, you had this small little screen. Oh, no. All right. Oh, no. Oh, Leonardo was captured. Not dead. He was captured. All right, let's go quit that game, and let's jump on over to our next Game Boy game, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Back from the Sewers, must be a follow-on. Okay, there's the bigger Konami logo. And let's see. We're just going to leave it as they set it up, right, for you to experience it. So there you go. A little bit better music. All right, let's see. Oh, that's Raph. Oh, no, I didn't read. Okay, let's see. Oh, you see that little TMNT in the background there? Okay, yeah, see, look, no range on this, on his size. Which means you gotta wait till they get close. You can't, there's no range on it. No. Yeah, that's why I don't like playing as either him or Raph. Shoot, let's see. Okay, yeah, okay, I remember this too. And then I thought, oh, maybe I could climb up there, but you can't. Okay, yeah, and I remember actually in one of the strategy guides that's included here, it actually told you how to get past some of them by like sliding like that on the ground and then getting underneath and being able to then punch up or jump up and hit enemies. So pretty cool. The good thing is the Turtles theme song is a good one. So even if you have to hear it looped all the time, it's not too bad, not too grating, you know? And look at that. He's got his idle animation looking at you there. Boom, boom, boom. So what's really cool and what's so important, and I say this often, you know, when we do these shows is, it's important to go back and understand, you know, the design consideration things of earlier games, because so much of what we're seeing here, we see in modern games today, right? These games laid the foundation for so many of the games that we enjoy today because their core mechanics are great. Right? And so we just create these variances with around those core mechanics. And so again, yeah, making sure that we understand where we came from so we know where we're going, super important. I do like, okay, yeah, you fall down there. Who put the lights out? That is a throwback to the arcades. Big sprites. You know, remember too, at the time that the Game Boy came out, to see sprites this big moving around the screen. You compare this to like Super Mario on the Game Boy. You know, these were just big, you know, third screen spilling sprites. Oh, look at that. See the way you flipped in there? So let's see, my short jump is just a little hop, but that big jump, it's got him doing a full flip and additional animation in there. That was pretty cool. So this is the Game Boy stuff. So these, you know, these are fun games, right, to play through. They're not as complex, right, as their bigger brethren, but they work, right? And it's cool to have them here in the collection. Then we have Radical Rescue, which is more of a side-scrolling game. Now we're back to the arcade here. But I want to go ahead and take a look at the games on the Super Nintendo and Genesis, because again, I think this is where most people really experience the Turtles games were on these platforms. This and the original NES platform. But okay, here we go. There we go again. Winners don't use drugs. Now I do believe this is the
Pizza power!
Oh, that song. That song. Okay, now let me see though. Did I accidentally... I think I did. I accidentally picked the arcade again, but I couldn't get off that title screen because that's awesome. All right. Yes, now we're going to go and experience this same opening on the Super NES. Listen to this. Oh, I love that Konami jingle. It's so good. I gotta get this mic away from my face. I keep hitting it. All right. There's that SNES sound processor. Oh, that's so good. Man, that is so good. All right, let's see. Got that little audio clip or the digitized voice in there. Yes, here we go. Right? And so it's not arcade perfect, but man, it is close. It is close. Still have some of the little audio samples in there. Really awesome. Now you notice he said here, Shredder, bring that back. And I believe in the arcade he says, like Krang, bring that back. Right? So, all right, Big Apple, 3 a.m. Here we go. What's going on at 3 a.m. in the Big Apple? Oh, it's some stuff, right? So yeah, again, if you hadn't, seen the arcade version, you would think this is the arcade version. I mean, it is pretty darn close. Music is awesome, man, and that is too. It is a banger of a soundtrack too. With all those big horn hits and everything else. Oh, I love it. You even have shadows right in there as well, which is great. Okay, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Ah, damn. Let's see. Here we go. Come on. Get out of the way there. Now, the thing, remember, with the arcade games, the difference between arcade games and home games, right? Even when they did arcade ports and tried to do like the full arcade port at home, arcade games were really meant to take your money fast. And if you kind of learned how to play the game at home, you could get through it pretty quickly. And so they had to change up sometimes like the number of enemies per wave or the level setup or the way they would attack and things like that to give you more of a challenge at home, so you didn't, oh shoot, there we go, and you didn't kind of get through the game too fast. Yeah, I mean, just, okay, here we go, let's see. We're gonna get this up here, come on. Let's see, come on, here we go. Let's see, almost there we go. Look at that, right? The size of the sprites filling that screen on an SNES, that was amazing. Back then, it was just, oh, shoot. Oh, dang it. Poor Leo. Right? And then, of course, Baxter Stockman, who is going to be the first. I believe it's Baxter, yeah, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's Baxter Stockman. Is the first enemy here, and just like the arcade, right? So this is really pushing the SNES at its core, right? No additional like DSPs or helper chips or anything like that, mappers, anything like that on the cartridge. I don't believe for this. So this is really just all out SNES magic. And we're going to go and compare it to the Genesis just to see what the difference is from a color perspective or gameplay perspective, if there are really any differences. You are going to see some for sure, but from a gameplay perspective, they're both just solid games. And this one too, this is a party game, right? So if you, get multiple people around to play, right? 2 people on this. Yeah, there we go. Baxter Stockman, terminate the turtles. Definitely harder at home, I remember, than in the arcade, actually. He's moving a lot faster than they did in the arcade version. Shoot. But when that hand comes out, that's the thing that gets you. Come on, Baxter. Where you going, man? Okay, the hand should be coming out here soon. There it is. Oof. Okay, come on. Yeah, and see, you could go ahead and hold yourself up in the air by hitting hitting the jump button over it, so you kind of roll in the air. Shoot. Yeah, stop laughing, punk. Let's see. Come on. Shoot, 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 shoot. There he is. There he is. Come on. Where are you? Where are you, buddy? Boom! Oh, my goodness gracious. All right, so that is Turtles in Time on the SNES. Awesome, awesome game. It's so much fun to play. Definitely a fantastic sit-down, couch co-op game. Really, really good. Really, really good. All right, let's go ahead and compare that to not Tournament Fighters. Let's go compare that to the Hyperstone Heist on the Genesis or the Mega Drive, if you will. If you grew up in Europe or grew up in Japan, this is what it would be. Here we go. And what you'll notice too, right, is the tone of the music, right? Distinctly Genesis, right? It's got that kind of metal sound to it. The SNES had more of a fuller orchestral sound. You'll see on the Genesis, the graphics may not look as smooth around the edges, but they've got a lot of texture to them, right? So it's a bit of like roughy bumpiness to them, which I do like. And here we go. Plus, the Genesis is home to one of the greatest side-scrolling fighter series of all times, which is Streets of Rage, right? So good. Oh my gosh. Right? But this is right up there with it, right? Just in terms of gameplay. All right, let's hear. April O'Neil. Of course, there's no digitized audio, I believe. Let's see. Right. The cool thing, though, man, is that it is about just good games, right? Good games endure. So you have better graphics, and you've got more. Well, not better graphics. You have the ability to put more colors, better resolution, all this stuff on screen. But man, this stuff still holds up. It still looks so good. We won't let you get away with that. We'll find you with our high energy detector. Yeah, they will. All right, here we go. Scene 1. 3 a.m.? No, not 3 a.m. because it's the Hyperstone Heist. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so you can see graphics a little bit rougher, but gameplay super fast. Let me look how fast or how much distance you're able to close quickly. Oh, all the way across the screen like that. So good. All right, let's just play a little bit of this. This is one that I hadn't really played a lot of on the Genesis. I don't think I've ever beaten any of them apart from the SNES one and the arcade one. So I have not played a lot of Hyperstone Heist, even though I own it. But and now I own it again in this incredible compilation that was done by the brilliant folks over there at Digital Eclipse, right? Yes, yeah, woo! Yeah, that's right. Digital Eclipse now part of Atari, which I am so thrilled that they joined such a, an incredible company with incredible heritage in the games industry. It's perfect pairing, as we would say. All right, here we go. Oh, let's get out of the way. Boom! Blew them up. Every time I see a ladder, man, I just want to go ahead and climb it, but you can't. I don't believe you can here, right? It's going to let me do it? Nope, because it's a side scroller. It's not an adventure game. Oh, there we go. The bots, I hate these. Okay, at least these are not the ones that are shooting out the grippers, right? Oh, come on. It's just lasers, so I should be able to at least dodge some of that a little bit better. Boom, 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 boom. There it goes. Oh, no. Yep, that's not what you want. Man, they are fast. That is the thing with the Genesis and SNES. Like Genesis, typically it feels like their stuff would always be faster or smoother. I mean, it did have a processor in it that was like 3 times faster than the SNES. Although the SNES, right, could do mode 7 because of its graphics processor in there. So their CPU was really slow. But the Genesis stuff just always felt faster. That's why games like Aladdin, which we're going to go and play through, we're going to spend some time going through Disney games here in the not too distant future, is, I believe, The Lion King, Aladdin, so much better on the Genesis versus the SNES. It looks beautiful on the SNES. They're actually kind of a little bit different games, but yeah, the Genesis version of Aladdin was the best version for me, for sure. Okay, let me grab that pizza. Can we get out of this and get up top there? Fellas, let's go ahead and give that a shot. Wow, listen how good that sounds. Yeah, oh, and I was mistaken. We do have some voice samples in there, but it's just all the yelps and shouts, right? None of the dialogue. So I would say more environmental sort of sounds, or sounds to round out the experience a little bit there. Of course, we're talking about fighting games and or side-scrolling, fighters like this. I mentioned Streets of Rage, of course, probably one of the greatest soundtracks of any game in the 16-bit era. And not just in the 16-bit era, but it still holds up today. It is so good. The graphics are really good. The gameplay is amazing on it too. Yay! And we went ahead and made it out of there. Woo! Now we're up top in New York. Can we interact there? Yeah, we can. Yeah, like I told you, you got to watch out for those open doors. Not as many layers as there were in the Super Nintendo one. Like that open door was just a dark void that they're kind of coming out of. There was no texture or animation behind it, but yeah, and this is not going to let me progress until I get these guys out of the way. So let's go ahead and do that. And let's go, why don't we just take a look at the Tournament Fighter ones? Let's see how much better they fared on Genesis and the SNES. See, I don't know if I can go up there. Can I? It's going to let me do it? No, it's just it's set dressing, not anything I can interact with. Let's see, here we go. 1, 2. Man, yeah, they are just coming out of the woodwork here. All right, here we go. Boom. Oh, look at that. That flying kick. Boom. Look at that one. Try it again. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. No. The shoulder buttons are going to be the death of me. Okay, there we go. Boom. There's 1. There's 2. And what's good, we're talking about the music here, as we looked at the very beginning, going into the Turtles lair from the main menu lets you go ahead and listen to all that music at your leisure. So if you want to if you want to make a compilation tape or your own mixed tape, oh, you can, right? So, oh no. Yeah, actually, yeah, we died right there. All right, we're getting to the top of the hour here. Just a couple of minutes left, so let me go ahead and pause this, and we'll go take a look at the fighting games real quick before we get out of here for the weekend. It is blisteringly hot here on the East Coast. I hope wherever you are staying cool and staying out of that sun, because, man, it is 100 degrees outside right now, and that's not something that the southeast or kind of the mid-Atlantic region does really well with. Oh, and he got flattened by a car. Oh, terrible. All right, let's go ahead and just check out the fighting games real quick. I think those are the only ones left, right? Yeah, the only ones left are the fighting games. So let's go and look at the Tournament Fighter. So SNES Tournament Fighter. Oh, listen. Oh, that Konami jingle, man. That is just... it just takes you right back. It just takes you right back. Yeah, let's watch? Let's just, let's watch. And let's go ahead and watch some combat. Leo versus Shredder. Let's see. Do I have to? Let's see. All right, let's do one player and then, is it going to let me do that? No, it's not going to let me do that. So we are going to quit the game and then restart it because I didn't have a second controller plugged in. So it wasn't going to let me do anything there. All right, Let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and let's just go look at the versus battle. And a story battle, I assume that, well, it's got to be a story mode there, right? Is that going to let me do it? Okay, that's one. Oh, wait a minute. Why is it not letting me do that? Let's try that again. Quit that game. Oh, is it only 2-player? That can't be. Let's see. Okay, I don't want that versus battle. I want, let me see. How about just a story battle? Is it going to let me do it? Okay, so let's check Leo there. All right, okay, yeah, there's your single player one. All right, now let's see. Who are we going to be up against? Probably Shredder, since I think that's who. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Turtles. You've decided to join with us. No, we haven't. Okay, let's go. Okay. Oh, man. Okay, let me see. What are the controls here? Kick. That's got to be range. This got to be low kick then? Yeah, okay. All right. Man, okay. All right, yeah. Oof, that range attack. It's like, what's his face? Dawson from Street Fighter, right? Got that ranged attack there. Oh! Come on, come on, come on. Oh, man. Okay, there. A little jump. Get back. Get out of the way there. And boom, boom. Okay, here we go. Oh! It's a fighting game. There you go, right? So that's the Tournament Fighters. Let's go ahead and compare it to its contemporary at the time, which was the Genesis. Let's see how that fares against them. Blame it on the emulation. Buddy, go back and play some more Animal Well. All right, you can already see that the Genesis, the colors, we just don't have as deep a palette for it there. But all right, here we go. Let's see. Yeah, I already saw that was in your other window there, Mark. So, yeah, that's exactly why I said it there. All right. Meanwhile, in the sewers of Manhattan, there's something going on down there. All right. Let's do one player. Oh, let's see. Thanks, Steam. Oh, you're welcome. Sisyphus, April, Ray, Casey Jones. No, we want Leonardo for sure. All right. Tournament Fighters. Stage select, so you can see it's a little bit different than it was on the SNES. Oh no. Okay, I look at the animation on this, and remember the Genesis really, it had you had a 6-button pad. Let me see where. Oh, that was a taunt. I don't even know what the controls are. So right now I am just slamming buttons, and I got crushed by Clone Leo. That's okay. Let's go ahead and see. Let me see. All right. So okay, I've got this fight there. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, look at that background too. Gross. You know, this is not a Mortal Kombat game or an Alien Crush game. So what are we doing here? Let's see. Oh no, I'm gonna get. That's it. No, that's it. I've not played the Tournament Fighter game, so I can't really tell you much about it. But it's cool that you have it in here. And look, you go right into the strategy guide, like we were talking about before. Here's an Eclipse tip. Let's see what that looks like. So if we jump down here. What's the Eclipse tip? If you want to play as the boss characters, Triceraton, Karai, and Krang, you have to turn that on in this collection's enhancement menu. All right, so there is a tip. Is there any other things to interact with? No, but there you go. December 10th, release date in Japan, 1993. September in 93 here in the US. So we got that a little bit earlier than Japan did. Oh, yeah. Does this have the rewind? One of the coolest things that they do in all these collections. If I press this top shoulder button, it will rewind the game to an earlier point and then let you continue from that point, which is really cool. So you can go rewind to get past maybe have another shot at a difficult area of the game or a different enemy that you're up against. But that is a taste of the Turtles Cowabunga collection. A really amazing, walk through the Turtles game history from the arcade to the Game Boy, the the Super Nintendo, the Genesis. Really just a wonderful company. And for $40 for all of that content, that is just absolutely insane. And if you look at these other games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, that's the newest game that just came out not too long ago, I think last year. It's just a modern version of the side-scrolling games that we've grown to love, right? Knew and grew up with, and kind of really leans into the best of those kind of side-scrolling type of games. So I would definitely go ahead and check that out as well. I think right now, where are we? On Steam, it is $29.30 for it. You have that is the DLC as well. The base game is like $25, and yeah, it's really awesome. And it kind of really aligns with games like Streets of Rage 4. That, again, it's a modern version of those older side-scrolling beat-em-ups. Really, really fantastic. Absolutely love it. But that is going to go ahead and take us out of here for this week's Rewind. So I want to thank you all for spending some of your Friday with me. And remember, folks, if you are a video game developer of any size, from AAA to indies, make sure you head on over to aws.amazon.com/GameTech to discover the products, solutions, and services that we offer to help you on your cloud game development journey. And if you're a beginner looking for a clear looking for a clear starting point to help you build a career or learn to produce games in the AWS cloud, we recommend that you start with an AWS learning plan. This set of on-demand courses will increase your knowledge of game servers and game analytics and help grow your technical skills to solve real-world game development, compute, and analytics problems, and you can demonstrate your knowledge to the world by earning digital badges. Head on over to aws.training/GameTech to start your AWS for Games learning plan today. And of course, as always, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to Waterflame for allowing us to use his music here on Rewind. Make sure you head on over to his YouTube channel at Waterflame Music to check out his incredible work. And of course, if you care about preserving the history of video games as much as I do, make sure you head on over to the Video Game History Foundation's website at gamehistory.org. They're doing incredible work to preserve the history of our industry for future generations. And I want to thank you for spending your Friday afternoon with me. Have a wonderful rest of your day, an awesome weekend, and we'll see you next week on Rewind. Let's kick shell!